Alrighty folks, back on the S10. Gonna do a little work on this cab mount situation here. I mean, if I wanted to throw a piece of trash, run a burger wrapper out, I got a big hole for that. While I was knocking around, this piece, Bluetooth fender mount. I'm gonna have to fix that. Well, I'm gonna clean this up and see how far back I got to go to get to some solid metal. You can see around here, that is the original support that goes in there. So I got an idea where it was. So I'm going to get to cleaning that up and we'll see how far back we got to reinvent this thing. Here we are on the inside of the S10. You can see we got all sorts of room there. Got a little discharge spot there, lightning, ankle vent, whatever you want to call that. This floor is at least double sheets right in this corner. This bottom piece has a chance of being solid. The floor pan certainly does not. But it kind of seems that this might be a where the heck do you quit kind of deal. How far out do I go? Looking underneath, I got to see where this second layer, how far it extends, because that's, it's a structural point there. And we'll need to tie into the kick panel area, get this seam sealer out, and up in the kick pan or the foot pan, whatever this here firewall piece. Clean that, get tied into there. So I got something to put the cab mount against. You gotta do a little rocker work there too, but hey, it's just tin and a welder, and it don't have to be pretty. Let's see how I do with my pattern making and my steel cutting and my grafting in there. Well, here we are. I got quite a bit of the crap crunchy and stuff off of there, and I've been playing with my CAD, making panels. I think what I need to do is I need to rebuild this reinforcement first. It's going to be pretty simple. Just a little, mostly flat piece with a little curve here. We're going to weld that in. Got a piece. Yep, Cheerios. Kind of made up for the inner rocker area down underneath. And then this piece is going to be the new floor pan. It goes one-handed here under the original floor on top of the brace, and then it's going to push down in there and it's going to get welded into what's remaining of the floor. Over here on the kick panel, it's going to come up a ways, and I'm going to drill a few holes right where it contacts the contour. Spot that and then hammer work it down, tie that together. Then maybe I'll be able to put, where did I put it? There it is, an actual manufactured piece in there. It sets around in this area underneath, but the mount goes right there. Then we go to where I repair the frame. Other than that, it's pretty quick and simple. I'm going to get some metal pieces formed up and get the old big glue gun out and start putting things back together. And then on to the other side, which is not as bad. I'm glad it's not as bad. Anyhow, carry on. Well, I got the first patch in on this brace. Got that kind of goobered in there. I got my next piece kind of shaped like I think it needs to be, and it's going to slip under this part of the floor. Go in there, something like that. I need to push this down more, but got some places for some self-tappers, which are going to end up being filled with weld. Now I'm going to push that down, get it put on the kick panel so it's in position. Then I'm going to go through and run self-tappers into that piece I just put in and pull it up tight. And then I get it welded. And some self-tappers in the floor pan there. Get that tied in, tap down. Bzzzt. Spot welds across here. Form that down. That's just going to be pretty as all get out, ain't it? Just like it. Yeah, not factory, but good enough. Well, there's that new floor pan panel. The next panel just kind of screwed down. I don't think it comes out too bad. Follows this curve pretty good. Like I said, I'm going to hammer that down and do some more work there. You're going to have to do a little hammering around to get things lined up here. But I think it's going to be plenty adequate. You just seam seal it and nobody will know, right? That'll make it perfect. Yeah. Zip, zip, zap, zap, and well, there we go. Ugly as it is. Got my piece fit up in the top here. This is all secure-ish. Grinder, seam sealer, paint, some kind of order like that. Well, I got a little bit of something for the inner structure on the rocker. We're going to be able to tie it into the new metal there, original body there. And back here it's kind of ugly, but it's going to be kind of ugly. Do a little zip-zipping on there and maybe make some sort of something to tie this mess together. Also like to get another panel thickness right there. Working on making a pattern to reconstruct I suppose this is the door post, hinge post, A-pillar. This here piece right here that isn't there underneath this cardboard. Got another cardboard template made. And that's a heck of a gap in behind, so it needs something. And it will get something. Yeah, get that cut out and bent and fit up in there. Well, we made the cardboard template for this A-pillar fill panel. And that's what it looks like out of steel. Throw some sparks at it, glue that on there. Get my hole in there for the front fender mount. And by golly, then I'll be satisfied enough to put that bracket in underneath for the cab mount. Little steps, baby steps, whatever you want to call them. Well, there we go. Another piece in the puzzle. They ain't pretty welds. I'm not a pretty welder. And my welds aren't pretty either. But anyhow, I'm going to have to, take a little grind because that's where the fender's got to pull up to, so that's kind of got to be smooth. But there's something there now. Now I'll go underneath and I will work on that cab mount, which is where I started. Well, we got the mount ready to weld in. I've got some holes punched through the flange so I can spot weld up into the floor. I've got it securely bolted so it's tight. And in here, I drilled holes through the floor pan in different locations than the holes at the bottom, so they're staggered, one top, one bottom. And I can go and weld these in, and that will tie the two sheets that are here together with the mount. Then all I got to do is weld the vertical, and it should be in. Should be solid. It certainly will be more solid than the old one, which wasn't there. So hey, I'm going to get the spark machine out and see what I can do here. Well, here we go. Booger weld's complete. Got some whiskers on it. Not the prettiest. I'll show you the inside. It's better. I did the plugs, and then I took the bolts out and I filled those, so it should be tied in pretty solid to this piece. I don't know about the floor. It'll be whatever it is. But there we go. One driver side cab corner on a 93 S10, repaired, reconstructed. Clean a little, blaster with paint, put some seam sealer on, throw the carpet on. You'll never know it was done, except the cab don't sag. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Please comment, right, wrong, indifferent, however that goes. You could subscribe too if you'd like. Up to you. Thank you.